Coach trying to bring home this three-parter. So Jimmy Carter passed away at 100 years old. We thought it might be in for our Falcons. We definitely knew it was good for the Bulldogs to win. So we won't be surprised at all when that happens. We already thought they were going to win anyways. Uh, but yeah, so we really like that our Commanders are able to beat a Jimmy Carter Falcons squad. That doesn't even have like the Kirk Cousins curse, Michael Penix putting him over. That's what was really scary was I knew Michael Penix wasn't going to look like a scrub, right? So they had to give him some sort of clutch moment to really shine. And what do you know? He got to throw like the game tying touchdown to even have a chance to win it. They didn't go for two like the Saints did. The Saints went for two and missed. And that didn't make any sense to me because they were at home. Now, this this Falcons squad, they're on the road and they kick the extra point to tie it and go to overtime. Makes no sense. You steal on the road, you tie it up at home and trust your squad, to ride the momentum. So that was a big head scratcher there. As soon as they didn't go for two, coach was a little worried, but then what do you know? They got a chance to make the field goal, and it's dead on the money, just way short, right? So with 2 seconds left, they kick a field goal, they miss. Commanders get it in overtime, magically go all the way down and score a touchdown win again. So we got an overtime win over the Falcons. We got a 52-yard Hail Mary to beat the Bears. We got a touchdown with 6 seconds left on the clock to get the upset of the week against the Commanders. And they had some sort of other like Hail Mary, I think, that tied it up, but then they went on to lose. Right? So they have been in some of the most exciting games of the season. Last night was Sunday Night Football, whole world watching, only 1 week left to go. And they're closing it out with the Cowboys. And our Commanders managed to clinch a playoff berth, not only for themselves last night, but also for the Cleveland Rams. Very interesting to coach. So the Redskins and the Ramskins, they got in at the same time because of the Commanders win. Isn't that crazy? And then let's see, so who's the oldest living president? So his lieutenant was Lester Maddox. Okay, I don't know if we did Maddox Ford yet, but coach hasn't had time to rewatch everything over and over again. So there we go. So he beat Gerald Ford in the 76 election. What do you know? So coach thought that was very interesting. He's a Virginia descendant. We got Bessie Lillian Carter. Good Lord, dude. No way you think that's a human. No way. That's something terrifying. Gordy, right? There's Gordy. Old Jimmy's mommy is Gordy. There's that. Let's see. 1898's Palindrome if you drop the one. Barry Gordy. There's Barry again. Applied for the Peace Corps at age 68. Okay, let's see. Gloria Ruth. I spent too much time on Jimmy. We got too much stuff to hit still. Lester Maddox is definitely the important one to remember, so we'll go to him. Lester Garfield Maddox. Let's see. Okay, so he's like a big like segregationist, I think, and it maybe like it's got the board versus or Brown versus the Board of Education. So it's interesting. Our Browns were not segregated; they were an integrated team, and also Brown versus the Board of Education. So Maddox is the primary inspiration for the Randy Newman song "Rednecks." So I thought that was very interesting. 48 million for prison reform. That's our 84, our Orwell coding. Let's see. Lucy Laney. So founded the first black school. 1886. First class had 6 students. Then it had 2, 3, 4. Michael Penix Jr., he's from Tennessee, played for Indiana. Looks like Nick Cannon. This person agrees. Looks like Nick Cannon with the big fake nose you get from a costume shop. Yeah, that's exactly what it looks like. There's Nick Cannon playing ball. There's Michael Penix. Nick Cannon. Sorry, I was doing a comparison thing here. I couldn't get anything good to hit because it wouldn't read the face of the ones I wanted to do. So, Jaden Daniels passed RG3's rookie rushing record. Now, RG3 is definitely not important. We just want Jaden Daniels to be the next RG3, get hurt in the wild card round, and have Marcus Mariota come over. Drake London caught a very important catch for the Falcons. John Houston Stockton. So John Stockton. Of course, we got the Stockton thing going on. Don Monson offered him a scholarship. Also, Dan Fitzgerald. Gerald Ford. Let's see. His senior year was 84. First ever Gonzaga player to win WCAC Player of the Year. Here's Don Monson. It's Australia. Adelaide 36ers. They're interesting. Didn't find a whole lot on them, but just thought it was interesting. So wait, they're founded in 1836. So Coach saw a conspiracy video today that said basically our timeline started in the 1800s. That's kind of about what Coach has always expected, anyways. And then let's see, Harlan Hodges, Harlan Hodges. Did I get Harlan Hodges? I did. Okay. There's another big Harlan I missed earlier. I can't find it now, but like we've got like a Stanford player or something that's a Harlan. I couldn't even believe it. Like his middle name. It's definitely a middle name. It's not fine again. 1948. It's got the 48 coding. 84. The 48 team tournament. 84 again. Yeah, so the oldest, so Hust Stockton, he played for our Frankfurt Yellow Jackets, our Eagles, and the Boston Bulldogs, and the Providence Steamrollers. How crazy is that? And bringing up the Chicago Cardinals as well. So Stockton did make Bob Knight's 84 Olympic team. Yeah, so his dad played for the Boston Bulldogs. He plays for the Gonzaga Bulldogs. I wonder if Gonzaga was the Bulldogs back then. Does it say? Let me see. I thought one of them played for Gonzaga too. Well, I guess it won't tell us. So yeah, we got our Bulldogs connection. It's definitely odd. Colby Harlan. Oh, Stanford Medicine. Yes, yeah, so that's not like a player. That's not the most time. So Coach saw it was interesting. There's a character on a show called Harlan Stanford. We got Finn Harlan on the swimming team. We got Harlan U, based in D.C. Stanford ties. Harlan Huckleby is just a return man. Played for Michigan. Got Harlan Hill. He played for the Lions and the Steelers. Won the Jim Thorpe Trophy. Let's see. Won NFL MVP in 55. That crazy. Like, there's just Harlan Hill. Nobody's ever talked about him. He was MVP of the whole fucking league. Right. So, let's see. Tied with Jeff Graham. I should have clicked on Jeff Graham. Ohio State. From Dayton. Oh, they also had the courtesy to show us that in 1991, the Falcons and the Skins faced off in a playoff matchup, which the Skins won en route to their Super Bowl championship. They left out the part about the Super Bowl, but they made sure to remind you they faced off in 91. So he helped the Knights Reached the 1984 semifinals. What do you know? 84 again. Personal life. Uncle of the University of Michigan. Guys from Michigan versus Ohio. Let's see. Brooks High School. What do you know? All right. And there lies the two. We saw it come up again.
Hey, Carmen. It's the big fella, Lomas Brown. I see the time has come. You're retiring on us. I remember getting here in 1985. You were one of the first people that I seen on TV. You know, I'm wishing you nothing but the best. Hopefully, retirement will treat you just like you treated us around here with dignity and class. Have a great retirement. Bye.
So there was our legend, Lomas Brown, paying his respects to Carmen Harlan. Let's see. Oh, man. Tom Brady is simping for the Lions. Lions are going crazy over themselves because of what Tom Brady's saying in the booth, saying they have the best offensive line. And then look, they're joking. He's no Hendon Hooker. Right? He literally said he would love to play QB for this team during the broadcast. He also said this team is bound for a Super Bowl run, and I trust him. And he did it without claiming Patricia set the groundwork for it. Yeah, so like, oh, I lost a lot of respect for Bill Belichick, all that sort of stuff. Yeah, so why are Lions fans getting teased by Bill Belichick, getting trolled by Bill Belichick, and then getting like love bombed by Tom Brady? Isn't that a little odd? Oh, y'all are bound for a Super Bowl. I'd love to play for quarterback for your team. I'd be a shame if we faced off against each other in like the most storied rivalry in sports history. So yeah, just in case you thought that game wasn't special, there was the call. So I thought it was interesting that Young Ho Koo was the Pro Bowler kicker for the Falcons, was not available. They had to go with Riley. Sorry, not going to work out. He's going to drop N-bombs while shanking kicks. Alrighty, so there you go. Played for the Tigers, Lions, Browns. What do you know? Hartford Whalers were a professional hockey team. Coach almost bought a book on the Whalers. But Hartford, okay. They're currently the Hurricanes. Coach has a solve on this team right here. Let's load this up. Anything stand out to you? Anything at all? Why they flipped the 79 to the 97? So they're the New England Whalers from 72 to 79. 79 comes around. They're the Hartford Whalers. Okay. So then the 79 to 97 flip, they're the Hartford Whalers. Now, 1997 to present, they're the Carolina Hurricanes. But is there a flip of 72 coming up in 2027? So what's going to happen? That's right. I think we're getting the Whalers back. Don't know who. It might be Hartford, something like that. But I think the Whalers are coming back just a couple short years, or 2 years away from seeing our Whalers again. And probably somewhere that's not Carolina, because who cares about Carolina? And then let's see what else we got. It's just so hard. Oh, we got a stupid thing in the way. Wait, Red Wing Gordy. Oh yeah, Gordie Howe. Right, so Mr. Hockey, greatest hockey player of all time, is named Gordie. Isn't that interesting? And he got surpassed only by Patrick Marleau with the 767 palindrome. 76 backwards and forwards. Named as one of the 100 greatest players. He's actually number one. He died in Ohio. How about that? Played for the Red Wings, died in Ohio. He probably should have stayed in Michigan. 6 times he was leading the league. Set NHL record for points. Was broken 6 years later. Won 6 Hart trophies. Led the NHL in playoff points 6 times. And then, although in his mid-40s, he scored over 100 points twice in 6 years. I guess there was one more. Oh yeah, he played 6 decades of pro hockey. Played a shift in a '97 game for the Detroit Vipers. So you got the Gordie Howe hat trick. It's named after him, so it's a goal, an assist, and a fight in the same game. He only got 2 in his career. Yeah, look at this. So he had 9 siblings, and when he was 9 days old, he was moved. Let's see. 16. This was a little scary. He won a championship in 42. Saskatchewan Provincial Bantam Hockey Finals. Saskatoon. I wonder if there's some sort of team that's a spin-off of them or plays in the same place. Coach is trying to find a way to like the Capitals this year, but I just don't see it. I think the Capitals are cursed like the Eagles. They won in 2018. That's just not good. It's the only time they ever won. I don't like it. Let's see, we're 17. Line mate Sid Abel. This was interesting. So Sidney Gerald. There's Gerald Ford again. Abel. We had an Abel as well. Alan Abel. Okay. One of the 100 greatest players in history, named Sidney, happened to play for Pittsburgh. Okay. Dizzy spells. Joe Louis Arena. Joe Louis Arena. So Joe Louis is the namesake of the Browns. They're the Brown Bombers. They say it's named after Paul Brown, but in reality, it's more likely the Brown Bomber. Donnelly Rhodes, played in the movie about him, about Gordy. Pick's disease. That's the Alan B. Pick again, age 76. Died at 85. We all know when he was born, so that might be a backdoor 86. "9 a.m. to 9 p.m. in honor of number 9. 666 coding right there. Mark and Marty. Alan Sinnis. Oh, so this is a movie called Dark City. So this is Dark City. Coach got onto this because someone said that it was more accurate than The Truman Show. So in that movie, they got someone named Alan Sinnis, and it's there's these beings called strangers who reside in dead human bodies. That's what Coach has been thinking, is looking around, because it always looks like they're like these corpses, right? And they're just wearing like a skin suit or something, kind of like Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Leatherface, something like that. But they're going to use bugs. They said the bug thing is overused, so Coach thinks they are like roaches or something like that. And it might even be like a bunch of bugs or whatever in one body, who knows? Like, and that's what controls it. It's like a hive mind, right? So let's see. Rocky Horror Picture Show tie-in. Donald. Kiefer Sutherland got offered the role. He thought it was for his dad, Donald Sutherland. Let's look him up. CC. Oh, no way. CC, how about that? Highest order praise in Canada. Let's see, second highest. Died in Miami, Magic City. And like, isn't it funny, like how they soften like all the language and stuff, like they use words like human trafficking. Like, doesn't that sound like some sort of alien race like dealing us? Like, why wouldn't you just call it slavery? Like the slave trade. It's like, oh, because they're not enslaving their own. They're just trafficking humans. It's like us who are trafficking exotic pets. He moved back when he was 6. Practiced puppetry. Oh, that's right. Okay. Bridgewater. Teddy Bridgewater High School. Bedford incident. It's Roger again. There's always the Rogers, right? Don Rickles. Kaunas. It's kind of like Kansas. There's a connection there. It's at the Magic City nightclub. Roger Corman. Yeah, Roger Corman, Roger Goodell, all that sort of stuff. Like, Coach should definitely be going deeper down the Rogers. But he's kind of just picking his battles. We'll get over to the Rogers one day, too. Ocon. This is like the never-ending rabbit hole for all. That's why we couldn't do the Rogers. Well, this would be a 10-hour video. Got Newhart in there. De Niro. Alright, that was as exciting as I expected. Let's switch back over. Just had to do our due diligence there. And then let's see. Okay, so this is like Dark City. It's like an allegory, a retelling of The Cave, right? Plato's The Cave, which Coach is a big fan of. Talks about the demiurge, all that sort of stuff. So definitely, Coach actually hasn't seen this movie, but we're going to. So they did a tie-in movie, The Mask of Evil Apparition. Obviously, Coach loves masks. Alan Sinnis from Orange, New South Wales. That's a 3-fer. So Alan, Orange, and Wales, all places flagged for Coach. Finally hitting the Rocky Horror Picture Show here. So it was like widely said to be influence on countercultural and sexual liberation movements, all that sort of stuff. London. Let's see. Steve Reeves. Stephen Lester Reeves. Lester coming back. He was ranked as the #1 box office draw in 25 countries. What's with these Reeves, bro? He's Mr. Universe. Or Mr. World in 1948. So in 19 he got the Orwell coding for Mr. World. I was with John Drew Barrymore. I was with Gordon Scott. Here's Gordon Scott. He played Tarzan. Guardian wrote about him. Gordon Stolberg. Kim Milford. Graham Jarvis. Jamie Donnelly. Lou Donnelly first. So, Patricia Quinn. Matt Patricia. Dan Quinn. Here's Kim Milford. Richard Milford. Just to let you know that's a, you know what? Graham Jarvis. Mary Hartman. You get the Hartman connection. Gordon Stolberg. Died at 76. Schmooish. David Cameron. Patrick White. Here's Patrick White. Look, influenced by D.H. Lawrence and Virginia Woolf. What do you know, right? Didn't bury the lead on that one at all. Sidney Nolan. Lawrence Dawes. He's a painter from London. Sidney Nolan. Australian artist. Moved there in 84, I'm almost positive. Mask and Memory. So that got me thinking. George Orwell, Orson Welles, and H.G. Wells. I'm not saying they look alike or anything like that, except H.G. Wells and Orson Welles kind of do. But I'm definitely willing to bet it's all the same person. And they met each other, apparently. White was hospitalized in 1984. He got better miraculously the year after. There's definitely something there I'm not seeing. Graham Matters, that must have been it. He appeared in the 76 film Oz. Okay, so I'll leave it there. Example of Coach is never going to be able to fit everything into these videos, so I skimmed right past our boy Cameron. I can't remember which Cameron, but it was right before Patrick Wayne. He was married to Doris Stanford. Get the hell out of here. I also can't believe that I didn't mention that Jeff Gordon's middle name is Michael, so Michael Jordan, greatest basketball player. Michael Gordon, greatest stock car racer. So isn't it crazy though that so we got Randy Newman doing the opening to the movie Major League, giving us a beat on the Guardians needing the blood moon rising and the Cuyahoga River burning, and then he's also calling out our boy Lester Maddox. Very interesting. So yeah, we got Michael Jeffrey Jordan and Jeffrey Michael Gordon. One letter difference out of all three names.